How do you want me to land this plane?
How
do you want me to land the plane?
You're new here?
Okay, guys, that wraps our
You got this.
Take 150.
What is the most important room in a house?
The kitchen.
Are you saying that because you know we're doing a kitchen roundup, or because it really is the most important?
I mean, I would put it right up there with the bedroom.
The bedroom? I think the living room is over that. I think this is a great opportunity to take a poll. I think probably the kitchen, living room, bedroom. Mom apparently thinks the bedroom is the most important.
It's a space that you spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah, like 50% of your life.
50% of your life.
Okay, anyways. Today we are rounding up maybe not our favorite. Today we are rounding up kitchen inspiration from all of our home tours. We have modern, we have traditional, we have somewhere in between, and I think you are going to see every single style within this roundup. Do you have a favorite? I know your favorite is.
I don't. Oh, you do? Tell me.
It's the lad kitchen.
Oh yeah, you're right. The lad kitchen's my favorite.
And I think Stephanie's kitchen is my favorite, but we will let you guys choose yours. So make sure you take our poll in the comments, our unplanned poll. What do you think the most important room in a house is? And then comment your favorite kitchen.
Favorite one.
Okay guys, enjoy. We're gonna break down all the things that make this kitchen amazing. Cause when we were kind of delaying the tour, she's like, I have to finish this and I have to finish this. And we were like, yes, we know there's details to the home. But I can't wait another second to share this kitchen. Between the flooring, the countertops, the secret pantry.
Let's just talk about the backdrop to start with. They've got this incredible gold vent hood, and they have all cafe appliances. They have this stunning quartz, but then they paired it with a very rich, exotic looking wood. And so not only did they utilize the light and the dark, but then they also did some other kind of more of an exotic looking wood. I'm not sure what it is on the other cabinetry, and somehow these light and dark just with the golds all come together to make this just this lushy dream kitchen. I mean, this is my dream of dream kitchens.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Well, they mix. So the floor kind of has a brick vibe, and then they have the white brick. Then they mix stains, and they mix countertops, and they mix metals. So the amount of variety in the elements used in this kitchen is really hard to pull off.
Yeah, you have to, I mean, Susan clearly knew how to do that. It's a gift, and there are just so many different elements that you look at and you're thinking, that is a lot of different elements, but they all are so cohesive and come together so well. So let's talk about the ceiling.
Yeah.
The ceiling, again, is the fifth wall and its own treatment. And they've done shiplap, and then they've got this really amazing warm putty color on the wood beams. And again, it kind of calls back to the color of the floor. So all of these things, while they're very unique, go together.
Yeah, they flow really well. Another thing that I love that they did, where the stovetop is, they did a waterfall of the soapstone, but then the backsplash is the quartzite with a little ledge right there.
I know we're going on and on about this kitchen, but let me just say some other things that could help you when you're designing your kitchen. When you inset your cabinets like they did on each side of the space in these glorious arched brick that they paint in white, when you inset that automatically, just to me, it elevates the space, right? Yeah. And then I will say, is regarding the mixed metals, I mean, the sconces that are along the window and along the different spaces, the black and the gold, I mean, it really does, again, just tie everything with a bow. But mostly the light infused from these glorious windows really does absolutely make this kitchen my favorite of all kitchens of all time.
I can anticipate people being like, the uppers, there's not enough storage. There's definitely storage in this kitchen, although there is not uppers where the windows are, where the stovetop and the sink. There is an entire situation here with the pantry, which is actually hidden. It does not appear to be a pantry. It looks like a cabinet. You simply push the door in and you go in. It's an entire walk-in pantry. And if you are planning a kitchen or looking for inspiration, drawers really do. Big drawers provide more storage than a cabinet because you have more strategic ways to organize compared to a typical cabinet. And this kitchen is loaded with drawers. Another thing that I believe Jesse mentioned was his idea is the trash can. Do you know where the trash can is?
It looks like it's a drawer.
Well, it looks like it's 3 drawers, but it's just 1 drawer. So I think hiding the pantry, the fridge, the trash can, everything looking like it's just drawers makes it really elevated, but also
it's functional.
This kitchen, is it your dream come true?
This is my dream kitchen. I can die in here.
Me too.
Yes.
So, do you love to cook?
You know what? No. I mean, are we going to be honest today? No, I do not love to cook, but I love to look at that stove.
I'm telling you.
And you know what? I can make some mean spaghetti on it.
All right. It's beautiful.
Hey, honesty is the best policy.
That's right.
So, this stove we've seen actually in multiple houses, and it's so fun how it looks good in many different styles, modern kitchens, traditional, somewhere in between. So I love that you featured it here. What is the tile?
So that's from Riyadh tile, and that's the Zellige tile. Yeah,
it's great.
So we knew, I just love the organic style of the Zellige. Like, every tile is a little bit different, and so if you're up close to it, it kind of has different elevations, and it's just a really pretty neutral, but still a moment.
Yeah, gives
it's a great color.
Cottage feel.
Yeah.
Okay, and the countertops. Everybody's gonna want to know.
Yeah. So, what are the countertops, Brooke? Do you remember what it's called?
Okay, these are quartz.
Yes, they're quartz. But
And my husband sourced this.
He did a great job.
We went and picked at the big quartz and marble showroom factory things. And we chose exactly what we wanted. And I think one of the things that Megan said, let's pull some gold in here since we were going to use so many gold accents. So I love that. And I love those strong, long arms, that they have. And so I think people were getting away from color and going with a solid white, but having 4 kids, I knew that was not going to work for our family. And so I wanted to have a little color, but then also it be clean. And
Well, I love how the gray tones pick up on the brick floor, and then the wood tones and the gold that kind of goes through it.
Yeah, and speaking of clean and brick floors, every time we share brick floors, so we've done, what do you think, 100 house tours now, probably. And how do you clean those brick floors? I mean, the comments will be flooded, and God bless you guys, I love y'all. But sometimes it's okay that it's not the most practical, but how practical is this?
okay. I'm going to tell you, it's practical if you are not a perfectionist.
Okay.
If you want to live in your home and your pets and your kids can run through and you don't have an anxiety attack, then this is the floor for you.
Okay.
But I will say it's a lot to clean, so I don't do it that much. The great thing about it is you can't hurt it, so we can run over it with the vacuum. We can use any kind of mop, and I have tried them all, so I can tell you exactly what does and does not work. And what I found is the good old soft scrub, like bathroom cleaner. that you just squirt on there.
Yes.
And you get yourself a sponge
Come
and you get down
on.
on your hands and knees
Come
like
on,
your grandma did and you scrub it.
That is so
And I
funny.
may have been doing that at 6 a.m.
Okay, that is hilarious because Shelby and I have stone floors in our house as well. And I don't think I've ever shared that that's my technique, but that's what I do as well. Yeah. And I agree with you. We're not perfectionists, so we can have the stone, and we love the organic, lived-in look. You know, that's hot right now, lived-in.
Yes, for sure.
So
Thank goodness.
yeah.
So one person did comment that they used a sealer. It was like called Eagle something, and it's matte. They sealed it, and then they can mop like normal, and it goes over a little smoother. So that's an option. I'll pop that up. I don't have brick floors, but we have sealed our
Stone.
cement tile, and that is helpful. So.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell that there would be any problem.
And this is sealed
Yes,
too.
it is.
It's sealed also. But yeah, I just think that, I mean, the cool thing about brick floor is that like it has have a lot of movement too. So you can't really tell. Is it supposed to be that way or is it not?
Well,
you know?
So that's what you need to ask yourself when you're choosing your floor. Are you really just trying to hide that it's dirty, or do you really care that it's that clean?
And you know what? It's forgiving. Because, you know, you can have some little muddy paws and it doesn't really show. So I honestly feel like it is forgiving, even though when you do clean it, you're going to get on your hands and knees.
Yeah. So we saw your little paws out there, and we want to bring them in at some point and have a picture with them because you have the sweetest, cutest pups and kitties. Oh my goodness.
Okay, I was not a cat girl until I was 40 years old, but now I am the cat lady.
All right. Let's talk about the beadboard ceiling. Was that here?
Yes. So originally, and we'll get some before pictures, but there was a wall here. And, well, actually not a wall, but like hanging cabinets, right? This was here, a fur down all around. So the beadboard was like in this section. So when we ripped this all down, we knew we wanted to continue it just because that was original and it was such a cool feature. And so we just had our contractor just fill that right all in. And so, yeah, it was an original feature.
And that was another thing is that we had to be okay with it not being perfect.
Yeah.
Because we were going to do our Backsplash as beadboard to match. Obviously, that's not original. And we were going to have to match and place it in different spots where we had pulled down some of the cabinets.
Yeah.
And we just were okay with it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find sometimes in these older homes too, because I live in an older home myself, that we got it. It's the same thing. Beadboard ceiling. We're going through patching, but finding great contractors out there and just. But it's almost okay because like I walk into my house and I'm like, well, that wall might be a little bit like this, but I'm not going to look at it too much.
But it's character. It is character for sure.
Sometimes it's like, oh, but that's okay because this house has been here for so long, and it's just it's a really cool feeling. So
Yes, I love it. Okay, the flowers. Y'all are saying y'all got them from a farm?
Yes,
There
you
is
know
a
this farm,
local-
Sissy.
yes.
You've seen her online. She's amazing.
She's amazing. It is a one-woman show. Amber McGaffey, she had a dream. She is a mom, just like us. And she had a dream that she would have a farm at her own house. She only has 2 acres. Her husband just supported her, and she decided, I am going to be a flower farmer. Yeah. She has 2 little girls. She homeschools. She's amazing. So I like to get my fresh flowers from her and support a local mom.
Yeah,
So this is McGaffey Farm.
We need to visit her because I've been following her online. And so this is what we love about our job is that we get to share mompreneurs and we get to share these women who have vision and dreams and goals and are doing the thing. Like you guys are really doing it. Yeah. So we really are so thankful that you've invited us in.
Yeah.
What else are we going to look at?
Okay, this bar situation, which is another area where y'all styled so well.
Yeah, so this was originally a desk in the kitchen, and Brooke for sure wanted like a drink station where she could have like her coffee and an ice maker and a place for all her coffee cups and everything. So we added this and the floating shelves, and it turned out really good. So yeah.
And the hardware throughout the kitchen is just.
I love this hardware. It's the unlacquered brass.
To the kitchen.
Yes, it's the unlacquered brass. So it's the kind that has like a living finish, basically.
Yeah.
So as you touch it, it will age and like tarnish, I guess. But it's the really cool thing about it because it just gives it more character.
So good.
And the brass pendants as well. They're so pretty.
One of the things that is most overwhelming in sharing content, being a business owner, and doing all the things that we do is staying connected to our customers, our community, our audience, everybody that we really hope to serve. But today I do have a solution for that. Thank you, Brevo, for sponsoring today's video. So when I found out all the options that Brevo had, it really is an all-in-one marketing platform, email campaigns, automation, SMS. Brevo makes it so simple. And you get to see your analytics to make sure that all of it is working out so you can tweak and get even better at connecting with your community. The emails are so easy. You can literally drag and drop, so you don't have to be tech savvy, and it comes together just beautifully. Also, they have AI to help you tweak, and it's like having your own marketing team even when you don't. If you're looking for ways to simplify and connect with your customers and community, Brevo is the way to go. If you want to give it a try, you can do that on their website. And also, if you would like to save, you can save 50% off the first 3 months of their starter or business plan using the discount code FARMHOUSE. Thank you, Brevo, for sponsoring today's video.
Stunning kitchen. So tell us about how you designed it. I mean, these pendant lights are everything. Every detail is just, it's not too much, but it's just, it's full.
So I was watching your video yesterday of needing to plan out, and you're more of a up here kind of, and that's me. I don't have any plan. I just see something, like it, and make it work. And so that's kind of how this whole thing has come together. Like, I have an attic full of furniture that didn't work. Like, that's gotta go. That's gotta go. But I don't know. I just, when I see something, I go for it, and we go from there. So
yeah, and I've said that if you love something and it's you and you're not trying to be somebody else, it's all going to be cohesive and work together.
Yeah.
So that's what you've done.
Yeah.
You've made
and
this
like
home
I
you.
said earlier, I've tried to do other kind of things and throw in some more modern, or throw in, you know, all light stuff or all dark stuff, and I just have to keep going back to whatever feels good. And that's a really big trend right now in design, is that there really aren't any rules.
No. Yes.
It is do what feels good to you, and it's good. Like, just as long as it feels good, then go for it. And so that's kind of where we're at. I knew I wanted double islands because I wanted that piece of furniture there. I went on a hunt for it, and we were able to find that at Round Top. But otherwise, it's just a collection of stuff. Everybody's like, what style is your home? Like, it's everything. I don't know. I wanted a very European vibe here, but it's also traditional. It's also kind of like New England. Yeah. It's also just kind of
you.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's a hard to kind of come up with.
So what color are your cabinets?
These are also, everything's stucco, that stucco color, and the walls are Sherwin-Williams whitetail.
Whitetail, okay.
Which is a little bit, it does pull a little bit more yellow.
Okay.
It's not yellow at all, but at night it's very warm.
And then you have a mudroom right here, which also has the same color as the little office.
And the stove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Did you dream of your kitchen or your Butler's first? Or at the same time?
I would say I always knew that was going to be a Butler's, but then when I started kind of doing the design, I started with the kitchen.
Okay.
As far as like design wise, I started in here, liked what I was doing, so I'm like, I'm going to just kind of take that in there. So like, I knew I wanted Chicago brick behind here, and I'm like, I would love to have a wall in my Butler's pantry, so I carried that on into that space too. Started with the design elements in here, and then just carrying them into that space.
So good. And the color of the cabinetry in there is wrought iron, you said?
It's wrought iron, but then we tweaked it a little bit to match the blue and the ring.
Oh, okay, yes.
So we added a little bit more of the blue color, so it comes out a little bit more bluer than green. It's a LaConche, and we ordered it. It took us a year to get it.
Really?
But again, that's always been on my wish list since I was a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to get married and have a fabulous wedding. And I'm like, I'm going to have a little conch and make tea.
So dreams come true, guys.
Yeah.
Well, so we did explore your butler's pantry a little bit, and you opened a drawer and it was just gloriously organized.
Yeah.
Do you have any organization tips?
I would just say keep light things.
Okay, together.
That would be my thing. And then you use storage baskets and whatnot to keep those things organized. But
So good.
and it's been funny. I mean, from the time I was little, my mom would laugh at me because everybody else is out playing, doing all this stuff. I'm in my room cleaning out my closet. My closet was always immaculate, and I love doing it for fun.
Okay.
Good news is your husband like that too. So everything stays nice and put together here.
Right. And it's funny too, because we laugh with the whole doing the house stuff. He's always like, you're operations and I'm engineering, because he's an engineer. And so in real life, it's kind of like I'm operations design and he's engineering. So it just kind of all works together.
Yeah.
We're just like the puzzle piece just kind of goes together. So it's fun.
So good.
Yeah.
So one thing that you see in both your pantry and the kitchen is these glorious cabinets with these vintage doors. So you said Kathy found them. So we toured Kathy's home, and you actually work at my favorite room. And so it's perfect because you're very resourced and beautiful things, right?
I've always been, I've always loved Kathy's store. And so before I actually worked there, I was one of those that would just walk in and swoon over everything. And I saw that she had one set of those doors, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm looking for. So she had a source for me. And so, she got me the doors for a year. And then I also got another set for in the butler's pantry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful resource.
Well, I love that they're repeat in each space, but it doesn't feel redundant. It just creates a flow and just a feel.
And if you look at the hardware from these doors to the ones in the butlers are actually a little bit different. So it's not the exact same door. And actually in France, those were windows. They weren't doors.
Cool.
Just a little history.
Yeah.
Down, my favorite thing about this entire space, which is so warm and welcoming, is your eye for styling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my dream of styling. Like, if I could style any certain way, this would be it. Because, again, everybody knows I am a huge fan of all things nature and coral and wood and earthy, and everything in here, the pottery, the art, all the things just seamlessly go together. And that's a gift. I mean, not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
So I love that. And you just collected things with your travels.
Right. Travels. Again, Etsy, eBay, just,
Over time.
antique shops. I love, I'm not a big box girl at all. I love to have things that have a story and have life behind them. And that's kind of what you see.
Yeah.
Love it.
So your countertops are soapstone.
Soapstone.
Tell us about your experience with those countertops. Everyone always asks if it's quartzite or quartz or marble, how is it holding up? How's it functioning for you?
Love it. A lot of people worry about it scratching or nicking or that kind of thing. I will say, disclaimer, we don't have kids, so there is that. But I mean, we've had it a year and it's beautiful. Some people, want to put mineral oil, not on it. I don't. I don't put anything on it. I just let it kind of patina and do its thing. And I love it. I would do it again and again and again.
I love this kind of, earthy and
Natural state.
Yep.
Speaking of natural elements, the plaster, I feel like gives, it calls to all that, the wood on the stain on the island and the soapstone. And so you were telling us that your walls and the vent hood, it's not normal drywall. You put plaster on it. Tell us about your experience with that.
So we use a product that's called limestone plaster. They have different, you can do like sand or stone looks. So there's different looks that you can do. So we just kind of played with it. I kind of actually picked something in between sand and stone for that look, because I wanted that kind of that European feeling. The reason that I used the limestone was because it would match with my paint color in the rest of the house, which is Natural Cream by Benjamin Moore. So we were able to take the plaster and then make it match the rest of the paint. I mean, it gives it that old world feeling again. That's what I love. The brick, the copper.
Yes. Well, I also think a lot, we were talking about the heavy trowel that everyone embraced and faux finish. I feel like having the plaster and that look, it makes all of that feel new and elevates it and not feel like, oh, this is something that used to be in style. You know, you've done that really well, bringing it all together and updating it and making it look elevated and well designed.
Yes, when am I going to do this stone backsplash? And the answer is never. So I've changed my mind, and it was just going to be too much work to get behind my already existing appliances, even with my thinner stone that I found. And it's pretty costly too. And
it would be a big expense, and this may or may not be Mom's forever home.
Right, because I'd love to have a compound with my family and friends.
We want a family compound, but we don't know when that's gonna be.
Right.
And so it's like the expenses that do happen need to be, you want to live in your house and enjoy it the whole time. And she could redo the backsplash at a lesser expense if she felt like she wanted to. Not doing so. Do you believe the stone would look the best?
I don't know anymore, because I really love, I really love when people are using the vertical shiplap and then doing a complementary tile with it. And so that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. And that will definitely be cost effective. Mom at one video said like a couple $100. I think cannot. It's not that you can't even buy McDonald's for a couple $100 in this economy. So
Who eats that? Stephanie Benedetto.
she doesn't even know. I think it's definitely going to be the most cost effective. She could probably convince me to.
Except the stone that I like is from Walker's Anger, and it's like $400 or something. But I probably will find a knockoff.
Yes, but a lot of people have asked what the stone is, so I'm gonna take a picture of the stone sample. Do you have it?
I can't find it because I put it in a box to take to a friend.
Okay,
to show
I'm
her.
gonna put a link to the resource, and it's not like an affiliate link or something, and it's kind of an off-the-wall source.
Yes.
We've never ordered from them, or we have?
No, I haven't. I've ordered from Coronado Stone, though. They're a Texas-based company. They're amazing. They make a thin stone as well. But the stone that I was going to use is the thinnest stone I found.
Yes,
online.
We helped a great couple in Tennessee, and they are using it, and I think they got a sample, so I will ask how that went for them.
Okay.
And so that would, if you wanted that look, we'll answer a little bit more in the living room, because there's a question that pertains to that. You kind of do a German schmear, but in the kitchen, you were gonna do a less coverage.
Correct.
Okay, so let's move on to the next question. What are the countertops?
Taj Mahal. And again, I really did do a good job in getting the price down on these, because I went to a high-end stone yard and asked for them to show me maybe some stone with flaws. And this stone had a lot of color variation that maybe other people wouldn't like, but it was fine for me. And I had my stone guy just cut it so that you don't really see the weird variation.
And I'm gonna pop up some other pictures of Taj Mahal, because I will say people often are surprised this is Taj Mahal. Like it's a little warmer maybe, or it's, I don't know.
Well, because it was the
flaw.
It was off.
Yeah.
What
So
a normal Taj Mahal is.
when we went stone shopping the other day, the lady described it as slicing a loaf. She called them loaves, and she said they're just some of the loaves have flaws. And so anyways, it looks beautiful, but if you are countertop shopping, it might not be exactly, if you were shopping for Taj Mahal, this might not be exactly what your Taj Mahal looks like.
But the price was great.
Yes. And so that's a tip if you're looking to get the price right down.
Kitchen, you continued to do magic.
I love that you're giving me credit, but honestly, I do not deserve to do that. Really what I do, our dynamic here is Mom gives ideas, but I am able, because I've been with her for so long, I'm able to translate those and put them on paper.
From my brain, right under the paper.
And then I get all the credit, so it does make it cool. But you did find the source for the tambourines.
Well, we had the cabinet guy help us, but we sourced 1/4-inch tambourines, and this is an oval, not oval. Is it oval?
Well, it's not square.
Arch.
It's curved.
Curved. Hello.
Concrete-y, curved.
Concrete-y curved. It's curved because we didn't have enough walkway space. This is a smaller home. It is 3,200 square feet, but a lot packed into it. So we needed the space to walk between the counter and the wall, and it's perfect. And we've tucked away a few little indoor-outdoor bar stools, and we have just a glorious diluted provincial stain
I think
on
it's
everything.
I think it's at 50%. So provincial is darker, but we wanted something more neutral, not too orange.
Yeah.
We also we wanted it to be rich. We didn't want it to be washed out.
And there's multiple woods throughout the house, so that picks up differently on all the woods, which also just adds to a layer of warmth and contrast and interest.
So they're cohesive but different. You don't feel like you're just repeating yourself over and over. The countertops are quartz Calcutta gold. And we liked that the veins are warmer. So if you are looking for a quartz, a lot of people that like a quartzite, a natural stone, like this because it
feels natural. It really does. And I will tell you, it's hard to find a quartz that is so natural, but these quartz veins are just so beautiful. And then there's the pièce de résistance that everyone comes in and they love, which is this between the dining and the kitchen. We needed something to break that up, so we used a massive cutting board of Stephanie Benedetto, and her mom suggested that's a great space for our dishes because I was having a little trouble
Well, we planned on doing dishes. We were short a dish, so we needed an anchor. And between Stephanie and Robin, her mom, that design duo, helped us come up with that idea to really. But I love that. P.S. That's the thing. I thought you were gonna say it was the Butler's pantry or the
the Butler's pantry.
The hood with the
gold brass trim,
the art lights. I mean,
there's a lot of moments in the house. Can I say that? That's a very technical design term. Moments. And we have moments. It's a packed full.
Yes. Well, I want you to, every time you look around, you're like kind of taken back by something. We're in the kitchen, and before we even pressed record, we were just going on and on and on about how we've never seen a kitchen like this before. So I really want to know your creative process of designing this so that everyone else could do it.
Oh, I wish that I could really explain it. I don't know. I knew because the backyard is phenomenal. That tree in the center is really the reason I wanted this house to begin with. And I wanted to be able to see that as much as I could. So I knew I wanted to open up that whole wall just for the view outside. So that's when you have to get really creative with storage solutions, which this piece came in very handy because it has great big deep drawers. Okay. And I think it all came in. It just came together with, I knew I wanted that particular tile, the handmade tile. I love the way the light hits it, and the beams, and it just came together really organically, one thing at a time. I loved the open shelving, and it was just kind of pieced it together one thing at a time.
Well, I love that all your storage is open. I know that a lot of people might say that's not functional, but just experiencing open shelving, for me, it holds me accountable, number one, to stay clean, number two, to only buy stuff I like, and number three, to appreciate what I have and not feel like it's just the plate. No, I get the plates I like.
Exactly. And you just have to learn how to use. Back in the day before there was Tupperware, this is what people use. So you just have to kind of learn to live differently. We do have a few things in drawers and in the pantry, but for the most part, this is everything we use.
That's so good.
So this big chalkboard, do you change it or you?
The plan was, when we first put it in, to change it. Like I was thinking a few times a year we'd change it. My friend Casey, who we were just discussing, she's an artist, and she came in and did the whole thing for me, and it's still there 7.5 years later. I've never changed it.
Oh, what I love too, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. That is so true. Great Jimi Hendrix quote. But also this knife thing going on. I mean, how cool is that?
Well, it was kind of lost on me, the irony or the juxtaposition, until one day I was standing over there and I'm looking and I'm like, oh, we're talking about peace and then there's a whole lot of knives. But yes, this is knife storage.
I did not think about it at all. I was just like, dang, that's really nice that everything's on display. I was appreciating that.
Oh, thank you.
But you got more books. I love that it's kind of like a play on like your reading books and then your cookbooks, which is very cool.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell them, where did you say the island was from again?
So some friends of mine that are antique dealers, they were on a buying trip to England and they found it outside of a barn in the English countryside, and it was just covered with junk, and they bought it and cleaned it up, and I knew the first time I saw it, I knew it was my kitchen island.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and your range, that's heavenly. Like,
thank you.
What is that?
French, of course.
Yeah. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, you have concrete countertops, and just the star of the show is just this massive hood and this incredible beam across the entire back wall. And so when you walk in to your home, I mean, and you see the kitchen, that's what you take in first. And I'm just in awe of that. This feels European or something from a farm in the countryside.
Well, thank you. That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah. So your travels have really inspired you, I think, with a lot of your design elements, because I feel like I've stepped also not only into a really comfy home, but maybe into another country.
You've added vintage elements, and it's just a clean palette. Tell us a little bit about your design process with this kitchen. Do you remember? It's been a while.
I know, it's been a while. It's been a little over 3 years, but I knew I wanted the quartz backsplash, like all the way up. And I didn't originally plan on like throwing all the stuff up there on that ledge, but that was the like, oh, I need it to be a little bit more eclectic in here. So we added that, kept it simple. I've gone back and forth about the vent hood because I'm like, is it too plain? But then we have a lot going on with the ledge. So we've kind of like kept that part, some of it simple, but then also it looks busy a little bit too and eclectic with the finds. So we wanted the big island for the kids and for our family to hang out, and then the hutch into the dining area with the original windows. We obviously were not going to change those out. That was like one of the only things that we kept original to the house were those windows, and so there was no taking those out. We definitely wanted to work around the windows. And I mean, this kitchen when we bought it was completely closed. There was a wall here between us and the kitchen. There was a wall here. So the goal then was to like open it up. And so that's what we did. But yeah, keeping the original windows. And there actually was originally a hutch. I mean, nothing is existing. It's all new, but we loved the hutch in the dining area with the original windows. So
did you paint the window panes?
Yeah, we painted them. They were a different color. Yes, they've been painted.
So that's something we learned in the last home that was renovated, that they actually did the same thing. So if you think you're stuck, there's always paint.
Yes, paint for sure. Yeah, everything has been painted.
This was one space that I think because Instagram is vertical, I wasn't getting a full picture of how stunning this kitchen.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. So these are quartzite, you said.
Quartzite.
Yeah. And did you take a long time to decide what kind of stone you wanted, or did you know?
It took me a little bit, but it didn't take me long to find the quartzite I wanted, because everything with quartzite is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's our favorite.
Yes.
Just to let you know, we both have quartzite in our home. I think yours is much more stunning than ours, but
I love this color that it's got the warm tones and the cool tones.
Yes.
But it's also more, there's a lot of movement, but not too much, you know?
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, quartzite is it's not a man-made stone. It's a stone that is in the family of granite, but it's just a little bit stronger, and it mimics a marble.
So
You say?
Yes.
You can get the marble look without the stain of marble. I mean, I've spilled wine, coffee, everything.
I've done it all, but yeah. So, but what is the pièce de résistance in your kitchen is this amazing
vent hood.
Incredible vent hood, and you can't see in the pictures as stunning as it is because you've got this technique that you used. What is that called?
Like the plaster.
The plaster on
is that
it?
Oh yeah, the mudding. Yeah. Can't remember the exact. Oh, it's a heavy trowel. So basically,
it looks like plaster, but it's just drywall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I know.
cost-effective way to get a plaster-looking hood is just heavy trowel.
So did you help your contractor to figure out how to do that, or?
Well, so the drywallers, they already know how to do a heavy trowel. So when I was looking into just doing the drywall on the vent hood, I was like, well, I want it to be different. I want it to kind of look like concrete, but not fully, because I don't want it to go out of style or crack, because it is very trendy right now, the concrete look. But I was like, I feel like drywall would be perfect. So they just did it and it was perfect, and I changed the paint color and it was great.
Yeah. What is the paint color?
It's the same color as the entryway.
Okay.
Accessible beige.
It looks different with that trowel.
It does.
It looks like a darker, deeper, richer color, which is so cool.
Yeah. Okay, and then you did the quartzite up on the backsplash on this side, and then you did like a Chloe. Is this Chloe? What is
this one? Is called Ivory Flash by Arizona Tile.
Okay.
So it's very similar.
Very similar. Yeah. But really pretty, because it's the tone on tone with some variations, so it flows really well. But I love that you mixed up your backsplash. No, but I love how you styled your open shelves. That's a challenge sometimes. Do you use these things, or is all your functional items in the drawers and in storage?
I use these, yeah. I use the glassware mostly. A few of the more delicate china bowls I don't use, but for my coffee bar, I use all of the stuff on there, because it's like a wine bar, coffee bar mix. And then I do use all of these on this first shelf.
Yeah. I love that the wine bar is open to everything.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, so your coffee bar, your coffee wine bar, I love that. I have one as well, but mine's not in a dedicated area. When you were doing the floor plan, were you really focused on I love that it's in a niche.
Yeah, I wanted it to kind of just be separate, like a little bit off from everything else, because I didn't want it to kind of like clash.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make it unique looking, different paint.
Yeah.
And so it worked out really well.
But you can still see it.
Exactly.
That's what's so cool about it. And so you've done a great job with that.
Do you like your cafe espresso machine? Okay, it's really pretty. Sometimes appliances are just for looks.
Just pretty, but these work really well.
I bought Mom a drip maker for Christmas, so and you like it, right?
I love it.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, I think cafe appliances are stunning and functional, and they work really well.
Yes.
So
yes.
And she has the fridge and the
all of the things.
Dishwasher.
All the things.
All the things. Okay. Any other things let's talk about lighting. Can you give us sources for lighting?
So these lights are by Savoy House.
Oh yeah.
And this one's called Austin, I believe.
Okay.
And it was so hard to choose island lights just because of the vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
Every light I chose didn't have a chain. So with the vaulted ceiling, you have to have a chain.
Yes.
And so I wanted to do something that was unique, but also kind of went with the flow of like the appliances.
Yeah.
So the bronze and the white just kind of helped it all flow together.
Yeah. Yes. This is a great example on how to effectively mix metals. You've done a great job.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even in your family room, living room space, you have the mixed metals, and it's seamless. They just flow. Everything flows together.
Yeah. We're in the kitchen. This is so bold but classic. Like,
yes.
Honestly,
thank you.
Is that what you're going for?
Yes. Never modern.
I mean, the wallpaper and the backsplash butting up to each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, you had to be brave, but also it's easy to absorb. Like, it's not over. Yeah. So tell us about designing this kitchen.
So the house has 3 main colors. So it's off the wallpaper. This is Cole & Sons Hummingbirds. And it was always a favorite. So we use 3 colors: Chantilly Lace, Sleepy Blue, and Clary Sage. Okay. And so it's right there, so that starts telling your story. But in the kitchen design, I wanted to make sure we're flowing off the kitchen. The guests kind of already see a little glimpse, and then it's time to come in. But it just flows and entertains. And probably my most favorite is the sink. I can't wait to get over there and kind of show y'all some of that.
So the sink you found, it's an actual old sink, like antique.
Yeah, it's from the Antique Mall downtown McKinney. It's 100 years old, and it was my very first piece to buy, and I was like, I have to have this. So I got an awesome guy that restored it, and then we had the curtain made under it, and it's dainty. And another thing that's great about the kitchen, it's open. You tend to want to put tons of cabinets, but if you're gonna live in a historic house, free yourself of all that junk and think of it in a different way. And there's mass storage in this house. It's just different.
Yeah.
I was gonna open a drawer. Open a cabinet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've got tons of room between the islands, but then you also have a pantry right here and a bar. So you're really not short on storage for food, entertaining.
The kitchen, which I would say is the biggest transformation in this house.
Oh, for sure. And it is the room that I think I spent the most time and detail in.
And probably the most money as well.
Yeah, probably. Well, we added on the master bedroom and bathroom, so of course that cost more because it was a new build. But yeah, it was the most time and very thoughtful. Like I really put a lot of thought into how am I going to use this kitchen. I cook, I do a lot of baking, things like that. So I wanted to make sure that it was perfect for me. Yeah, it wasn't worried about everybody else. It was how I use my kitchen. So I put a lot of thought and time into that.
Well, you opened it up a lot because it wasn't open to the dining room.
For sure.
It wasn't open to this space. And really, it didn't even really open up to what is now your butler's pantry.
Right, exactly. That was actually outside. The butler's pantry was outside. And when we needed to make the decision to not put the laundry room over there, we had to come up with a place to put the laundry room. Yeah. So that's why we put the butler's pantry / laundry room. We had to kind of add on and close that area for that.
I think my favorite thing about the kitchen, Butlers, all of it, is just the use of furniture looking pieces and also textiles. Like we've done so well with lampshades and all the different patterns that you've mixed together. And so that makes it so cozy and warm because it's not traditional.
Well, I think that if you're going to have a white kitchen, that you really need to do those things because then it tends to be too white. Yeah. Right? So you have to add texture, pattern, things like that. Yeah. I think to pull off a white kitchen.
I agree.
So that's how I feel.
What's your favorite thing about the kitchen?
Honestly, that light fixture and those lampshades.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're my favorite.
Well, okay, one thing that I know people are going to ask is number 1, the paint color. Number 2, the countertops. Do you know the names of either?
I know the paint color is Snowbound on the walls and Pure White on the cabinets. The countertops, I don't know. I know there's something gold, maybe Calico Gold. Calcutta Gold. Yeah, because I was very concerned that it said gold because I didn't want gold. I wanted tan. I did not want gray.
Right. But that's a quartz, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to shop any of these kitchens, we have links on the blog post, and all of those will be in a pinned comment.
Okay, guys, this is a wrap for our kitchen extraordinaire. All of these kitchens were featured on our YouTube channel. You can go back and watch them. There's a link in the cards. And we have more extraordinary videos coming up. You guys can visit our blog post. We'd love for you to like and subscribe and share all these videos with your friends because we just enjoy our community and we love y'all following. And we hope you have a great and wonderful day.
Love y'all. Bye.